Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to hit the road and do a bit of Blu-ray, DVD and video game shopping. So let's see what we can find. And we've finally arrived at King's Lynn. Here's a view of the River Grey Ooze. Now time for this week's little bit of history. This is King's Lynn Town Hall. It was originally home to the Trinity Guild. King's Lynn Town Hall has been the centre of life for the town for well over 8 centuries and is still at heart of the civic life, with the borough mayor being based here. From the Grade 1 listed medieval stone wall with its impressive stone floor and oak beam ceilings to ornate Georgian assembly room. The complex offers a range of beautiful rooms which are available to hire for weddings, special gatherings and business functions, and is still being used to this day. That's enough history for this week. Let's go to the shops. First stop of the day is Poundland. And unfortunately there isn't any new deliveries, it's mostly just the same old crap, but I'll show you anyway. This is the first of 2 Morrisons we're visiting, and this one doesn't really have a big selection of Blu-ray and DVDs. It's just your usual typical new releases. You've got Wonder Woman, Captain America, Bad Boys for Life. That's quite a bit of an old one there. Secret Garden. Now time to have a look in CEX. Here is some of the titles that they had on offer. And they also had a couple of sets of the 1960s TV show The Avengers in these lovely box sets. Really well, good condition for like £22 and £25. Not too bad, I think. In the second stop of Morrison's this week, and this is the bigger one that stalls more, and honestly, there isn't really much here. It's the same old stuff as they had the week before. They haven't had no new Blu-rays in for quite a few weeks now, and most of the stock is pretty much empty. Now time for Sainsbury's and their incredibly small video game collection. It hasn't been updated for months, I don't think it will be. Onto the Blu-rays now, and I'm seeing loads of Marvel films for £7 each, and I'm also seeing Police Story as well as the Peter Cushing Doctor Who movies. Most of these films have been here for quite a while, and they haven't even been reduced in price. Onto the chart Blu-rays, and it's a typical selection of your usual suspects. We have all the Marvels still here and all the latest blockbusters, but nothing really much else. That being said, I've seen the first new Blu-ray in this Sainsbury's store for must be well over a month, and it's The Little Things with Denzel Washington, Rami Malek and Jared Leto. I haven't got a clue what the film's about, but it's good to see Sainsbury's getting new stock in nevertheless. Sainsbury's still have copies of Old Boy for £3, though this one I pick up is in a little bit worse for wear condition. On to the DVDs now, and again it's a similar list of the same old titles. We do have the Marvel films for £5 on DVD, as well as some of the new straight to DVD stuff. I'm seeing Tenet, Mulan. There is a Game of Thrones set for £8 as well, which isn't too bad. And here's a quick look at the Disney DVD selection. On to the next Poundland of the day, and unfortunately, again, same old stuff. Nothing really new that really interests me. Into Tesco #1 we go, and first up is the PlayStation games, and yep, it's the same old list of normal PlayStation games. No Mass Effect, which is a shame, though NBA has dropped down to £9 if that's your thing. Also, here's a quick little glimpse at the Xbox games for all you Xbox fans out there. And finally, a quick look at the Switch stuff. Onto the Blu-ray section now, and it's the usual same old stuff. There is a new copy of Let Him Go with Kevin Costner, which I think was in here last week. We just got our same old wall of Wonder Woman, Soul, Tenet, Mulan. It's the same old thing. Here is the current selection of DVDs in Tesco. Nothing really new here. It's just your same old stuff. Here's some of the cheap DVDs, as well as the Marvel films, which are still on offer if you've got your club card. We've got even more cheap DVDs here. We've got Goodfella, Split Second, Short Circuit and Howard the Duck all here for relatively cheap prices. Now this is a relatively new section in most Tesco stores. This is just a load of digital codes for quite expensive prices. Honestly, you'd be better off just buying the Blu-ray or even the DVD. That's enough for Kingsland for this week. Let's bugger off to Peterborough. we finally arrive at this big mega Tesco sort of shopping centre that includes various different shops. First stop of the trip is Tesco again, and for being an absolutely huge Tesco store, which I arguably think is the biggest in the country, they have a very slim selection of Blu-rays and DVDs. We just have a couple of lines of Blu-rays at the latest releases and loads of cheap and newly released DVDs. Quite disappointing, really. On to the games now, and this is the Switch stuff, and they seem to have pretty much everything in stock. Another look at the Xbox games, we have Resident Evil, Call of Duty and FIFA, as well as a few other usual suspects. And finally for Tesco, we have the PS4 collection, and it's a good mix of games here. We've got Watch Dogs, FIFA, Cyberpunk, if that's your thing, Call of Duty, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Resident Evil is still on the offer for 40 quid with your club card, which is a brilliant price. They've still got the Mafia collection in, which is a lovely little set. And they've also reduced Demon's Souls to £59. And into another Poundland we go, and it's the same old stuff. I'll show you all the titles they've got on the shelves, but honestly, not really a lot here. Now time for a well-deserved coffee break. Oh, just look at that coffee. You know what? Let's have a cake and all. And yes, it was absolutely delicious. We're now in Smythes, and here is some of the pop collection. Honestly, not as big as they used to have, but they do have some pretty decent pops here, like Pokemon and Spider-Man. Here's some of the Mario toys, and I noticed in the midst of Mario toys there was some Animal Crossing cuddly toys. And here's some of the Sonic stuff, a usual mix of figures as well as some soft plushies. Now time to look at some of the games that were on offer at Smythes, and first up I'm seeing Terminator Resistance for 15 quid, as well as the Disney double pack for Switch for only 17.99. I actually missed that one. I wish I picked that one up now. We've also got Journey to the Savage Planet, as well as Burnout Paradise on Switch on offer. There's also Peaky Blinders, Division 2 for 7.99. Division 2 was actually quite good. There's also World War Z, and for some reason I pick up Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And here's a quick look at some of the PlayStation stuff. I'm seeing that Demon's Souls is on offer for $55.99. Still expensive for a game, but cheap for a PS5 game. On to the final shop of the day, and we're going to Asda. Here is the selection of Blu-rays, and they've got a good selection here. From older titles like Flash Gordon to Deadpool 2 to newer ones like Wonder Woman 84. I noticed they've also got The Quiet Place and Jigsaw in because of the up and coming releases of the new films in cinemas. And I also noticed that they actually take the films and just leave the slipcovers on the shelf here. Don't know why. Quick look at some of the DVDs here, and it's a good mix of TV shows, films, and nice big box sets. And this is this video game selection, and it's the typical usual stuff you find in every other Asda or supermarket store. There's still got copies of the Super Mario 3D collection, which is apparently out of print now. A quick look at some of the PlayStation and Xbox titles, and they've got Mass Effect Trilogy in, but it's 55 quid, a little bit rich for me. I think that will do it for today. Let's bugger off home. And we're back, people. And these are the pickups for this week and the deliveries. First up is the deliveries. We have a PS4 game called The Dwarves. I have no idea what it's about. It's just, it was super cheap online. It was like £2.95. So I thought, hey, give it a go. If it's rubbish, I've got a new case. And the final delivery this week is the 800. This is a foreign language film, and it sees like Japanese troops trying to attack this warehouse in China, and it's protected by about 400 soldiers, but they actually think it's 800. And on the other side of the river is all the civilians, and they watch this war go out. It's a brilliant film, very violent, very emotional at times, and it's a great film. A little bit too long at 2.5 hours, but I enjoyed it. Now on to the pickups. First up, we popped in the game and we found this little Vault Boy figure for 99p. Can't say no to that. I think this is based on Fallout 76. And you know what? Fallout 76 isn't a bad game now. Also in game they had a Switch game on offer. Something called Initial Drift. I don't know. I have no idea what it's about. It was $8.99, so I thought might as well give it a go. It's a cheap Switch game. On to Poundland, and there was quite a few new titles. Not real new, but some decent ones. First up, we have San Andreas. I think I've seen it before. It's a pretty decent disaster film, so yeah, give it a shot for £2. And then we have Guy Ritchie's King Arthur, which is probably notoriously known for its David Beckham cameo, which was absolutely awful. Never seen the film, but for £2, I'll give it a go. And finally, from Poundland is The Cell 2. I have no idea what it's about, but I think it's something to do with like a serial killer or something. It looks quite interesting, and again for £2, I'll give it a go. And the final pickup is actually a book. Yes, I popped into the works and they had this cool superhero movie book about all sorts of superhero movies for £3. Yeah, this ranges from Blade to Kick-Ass to the MCU, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, hordes of different films in it, even Hellboy. So it's well worth it for £3. So there you go. That's all for this week's, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome. And as always, till next time, bye. And with that, the video is over. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could like and subscribe, that would be totally awesome. And as always, happy watching and happy gaming. Until next time, bye.